So uh, as part of this, the unit testing of this, as part of this workshop, sir, I have been splitted this workshop into the 2 to 3 sessions. Okay, 2 to 3 sessions. This workshop will be having with what 2 to 3 sessions, guys. As part of our day one, which I'm going to be the cover with. As part of our day one, I'm going to be the cover with the importance of the unit testing framework and the importance of JUnit, and the what is the current version of the JUnit is 5, which I'm going to be the focusing on JUnit 5 importance and its features. Okay, architecture of the JUnit 5, and the basic the libraries, the library of and the JUnit 5 understanding with what assertions. Okay, how you can work with an assertions and all these things, which I'm going to be the focus. Okay, that is what of our day one agenda. Okay. Yes. So before starting off our today's session, sir, first let me give you the quick overview about myself. So the some of the people might aware of me, and some of the people the might aware of not me, guys. Okay, so let's give you the quick brief about my information. So my name is Mahesh, and I'm currently working as the professional as a tech lead of a tech lead in the reputed company, guys, having the 9+ years of an experience, and having with having with the 5+ years of an experience in the teaching side of the Java tech stack. And I was currently working as in the Java domain as well as a Java tech stack, along with I'm also having the good hands-on with the Python coding as well. Okay, yeah, this is the simple as brief myself about myself, guys. And as part of our day one agenda, guys, as part of this workshop agenda or a day one agenda, so first would like to focus what is an importance of unit testing, and then I would like to come up with what is a JUnit and JUnit 5 modules. Okay, and environmental setup for working with what JUnit, and will be the basic understanding about with what JUnit annotations and JUnit assertions, and we will be the talking about example application on yes, this is completely a REST API unit testing workshop only, guys. But before getting to start with REST API unit testing part, you guys need to be having some strong knowledge on JUnit, the framework and its current version. Okay, I cannot start with the REST API straight away. So you need to learn some basic fundamentals. So once you are strong on that, the fundamentals, you can easily understand to work with what REST API testing part. Okay, that is what my plan. Okay, this the day one is purely focusing on JUnit, the framework. Okay, so come back to our discussion. Okay, example application which I'm going to be the focus on JUnit annotations and assertions. Okay, and then followed with code coverage using Jacoco, and example application with the code coverage as well. This is what of our day one agenda, guys. This is the day one agenda. Everybody is the clear? As I am mentioning you guys multiple times, so this workshop will be of minimum of 2 to 3 workshops. Okay, this entire this workshop I have been splitted into 3 sessions. Okay, first session will be the focusing on JUnit part, and the second session I will be the talking about REST API unit testing part. I cannot start that REST API testing part straight away. You just need to be on having some fundamentals on JUnit side. That is the reason behind I was starting with what JUnit. Okay, just keep that point in your mind, guys, everybody. Yeah, no problem. 2 to 3 days. Okay. Yeah. Hope you guys are the clear about the today's agenda. Yeah, minimum 2 to 3 hours. Just be on hold for your questions, guys. For the next couple of minutes, be on hold your with questions. Okay. Yeah, I will cover all those things during the session. Okay. Hope you guys are clear about the today's agenda, guys. Yeah. Let's get started, sir. Let's get start. Let's get start for understanding of unit testing. So unit testing, guys. What do you mean by unit testing? What do you mean by testing? First of all, generally the testing is the one of the phase of the software development life cycle, right or not, guys? Testing is the one of the important one of the phase of the software development life cycle or not? Yes, definitely. So because when you, as a developer, when you guys are working on for what any kind of an user stories in your day-to-day activity, you are the responsible of developing the task by changing, by adding the new code into your code base, or any kind of amendments of an existing code of your amendments of an existing code in the code base. All these things which you guys are doing in your day-to-day activity, right, guys? Yes, whenever you guys are making any kind of the code changes in the code base, you need to ensure that so whether your code fix is working as expected or not. As a developer, so whenever you are making any kind of the code changes in the code base means nothing but on a project source code, sir. Okay, the code base is nothing but on what? A project source code. Okay, whenever you guys are making any kind of the code changes in the code base or a project source code, okay, so you need to be an ensure that whether your code is working as expected or not. So how you can ensure whether your code is working as expected or not? So you need to do some sort of code changes in your source code, in your project source code, and you need to verify that the functionality is working or not through UI, so that you can confirm that basically by my code fix is working. So let us say, for taken as a simple example, so whenever you want to design any kind of another HTML page, so how you can you validate? You will be the typically doing the coding in your editors, and simply you are whether your code is reflected to the browser window or not. That is what you are ensuring or not. That is what you are ensuring, that your code is working as expected, basically, right, guys? So but when it comes for the but when it comes for the real-time application development or a project development, so that cannot be done, right, guys? Basically that things should be the testing should be go through for what? Automated. Testing should be through for what? Automated, guys, basically. So in order to automate of our the testing in order to automate the testing, sir, okay, so as a developer, so you need to do for what? Unit testing. What do you mean by unit? Unit means a small piece of code, sir. Okay, unit means a nothing but a small piece of code. Small piece of code means nothing but that can be represented as a class, that can be represented as a method, okay, that can be represented as the variable. You can do any kind of the thing, guys. Unit testing is a software testing technique that focuses on testing the individual units or components of a the software application in isolation. So basically whenever you guys are doing any kind of the testing, sir, okay, your testing will be what? Always be an independent. Okay, you cannot always looks for another. Your test should not always looks for what? Any kind of the database or any kind of the server. Okay, it always should be what? Independent. Isolated tests, that's all. That is the main intention of testing. Basically the testing is testing is used for what? Ensuring whether your code, whether your the code fix is working as expected or not. That you need to ensure basically with the help of testing phase, right, guys? As a developer, as a developer, you need to do the test. You need to do your the test with the help of manual process and as well as automated process. Manual process we are already habituated. How you can test our code is working as expected or not. So all these things we are always we are in our day-to-day life we are doing with what? Manual effort. But now it's a time to do for what? The testing with the help of automated. So automated, guys. Understand, guys? Everybody understand my point, or guys? Okay, yeah. So the unit testing means it's a piece of code. It's a piece of code to be the tested during of your the development of your project. Simple. That might be on the class, that might be on the method. Okay, that might be on the static method, that might be on the final method, that might be on the private method. Anything which you can do for what? Test. So that is called unit testing, basically. Okay, yeah, fine. Okay, yeah. So basically, that is what I already mentioned you guys. A unit in this context typically refers to a smallest testable part of in the software program that might be in the function, method, or a class. It can be. Understand guys? A unit in this context typically refers to for what? A smallest testable part of in the software program, such as function, a method, or a class. You can test the function, you can test the method, you can test the class. Okay, you can test an instance method, you can test the static method, you can test the final method, you can test the private method, all these things which you can do with the help of automated process. Okay, yes. So the primary goal of unit testing is to ensure that each unit of the code guys, observe carefully guys, everybody please focus. Each unit of the code guys, each unit of the code performs. Each unit means that can be of method, that can be of a class. Okay, anything in your software component guys. Okay, so the each unit of the code performs as expected and produces the correct output when you given with what specific inputs. Understand guys, the primary goal of unit testing is to ensure that each unit of the code should performs with what as expected and produces the correct output when you given with what specific inputs. So means that ultimately our agenda of our unit testing is nothing but on what guys, whatever. So you need to test the functionality, and you need to test the functionality based on the inputs, whether you are getting for what expected input or not, expected output or not. That's all. So let us take a simple example. When you take a Gmail application, whenever you are giving us the credentials, whenever you are giving you the credentials in the Gmail login page, tell me what your expectation. Gmail dashboard. Gmail dashboard. If your username and password is correct, then you are expecting for what? Gmail dashboard. If username and password is wrong, something while you are typing that username and password in the Gmail login page itself, something went wrong means it has to be the populate with what some error message, so that user can understand that what he has done the mistake on the application. Agree or not, guys? Everybody. So when you take a simple example of the Gmail, you are just providing with your login credentials. Once your login, if your login credentials are correct means, then what your expectation? What is your expectation, guys? It's a Gmail login page. It's a Gmail login page. At the same way, unit testing also is nothing but on what it will takes like as in the input, sir. It will takes like as in the input, and it will gives for what output. So that output is that output which you are expected is correct or not. That you can ensure with the help of unit testing framework in Java. Understand, guys? Everybody understand or not? Everybody understood what is an importance of unit testing? Unit means a small unit. A unit means nothing but in a small piece of code in your software, guys, in your software program. Understand, guys? Yeah, fine. Yes. Okay, fine. So that is the primary goal of unit testing, sir. What is the primary goal of unit testing? It's nothing but to ensure that each unit of the code as expected and produces the correct output when you given with what specific inputs. As I mentioned you the simple example, Gmail page. When you are giving your credentials, if it is correct, what is your expectation? Gmail login page. Sorry, Gmail dashboard. Understand, guys? Yeah, fine. Okay, yeah. So the next point is, so let's focus on for what? Let's focus on for what, guys? Focus on for what? Importance of unit testing, sir. So there are the various factors, guys. There are the various factors. Okay, there are the various factors of unit testing. Okay, where there are the some of the importance of unit testing, sir. Okay, number one. So number one, that is called isolation. Isolation, sir. What I mentioned you guys in the initial of our session, our unit testing will always be our unit test cases our unit testing will always be designed to run in for what? Isolation, sir. Mean that it should not depends on any external resources like databases, network services, or any other parts of an application, guys. Simple. By isolating the unit being tested. So means your unit testing will always be your unit testing always be performed with what? Independently. Independently. That is called isolated. Understand, guys? That is called isolated, guys. Understand? Yeah. Okay, so means it does not depends on any external resources such as databases, network services, or any other parts of an application, guys. Always your unit test should always runs on for what? Isolated manner or independent manner, guys. Simple as that. Okay, and and the second importance of the unit testing is for what? It should be automated. So the second important is for what? Automation process, basically. Okay, automated testers case. So basically unit tests are unit testing or nothing but on what? Automated, which means that can be run automatically. The unit test cases are always runs automatically during the development, during of your development case. Okay, let us see. So you guys, you got some story from your manager, and you guys are started developing on that the code changes. Okay, whenever you guys are doing for what the code changes in an whenever you guys are doing any sort of the code changes, guys, our unit test case should run for what? Automated. So behind the scenes during of your development process itself, sir, our unit test cases should be run automatically. This will helps basically to catch the bugs early in your development lifecycle process. Understand, guys? So what is an advantage of running the unit test while during of your development, guys? You can catch the bugs early in your development phase, guys. Understand, guys? So that is the one advantage of doing for what? Unit testing through automated process. Understand, guys? Everybody? So automated testing, guys, automated testing means always your unit test cases should run for what? Automated process during of your development. The advantage is for what, guys? The advantage of running the unit test through automation process is for what? To catch the bugs early in for what? Development phase itself. Understand, guys? That is the second importance of unit testing, guys. Okay, so and what is the third importance, which will improve the code quality as well, sir? So see, improved like as in the code quality in terms of, sir, unit testing will always helps to ensure whether your code is reliable, whether your code is maintainable, and whether your code is going to be in the scalable. Okay, so scalable, guys, by enabling the developers to identify the fix and defects. Okay, to identify with what? Fix to identify the fix and defects while you are integrating with what? Another components. So the point here is, okay, so basically unit test will improve the code quality, guys. Okay, you will improve with what? The code quality when you are performing with what? Unit testing in your the project development, guys. Okay, okay, when you guys performing with what? Unit testing in your project, so which will always improves for what? The code quality, guys. Code quality means that, so your code will becomes for what? Reliable, maintainable, and reliable and the maintainable and the scalable, guys. Understand, guys? Everybody? Yes, that is the third importance of unit testing, guys. Okay, yeah. So and the fourth one is, okay, this unit testing will also be an involved in the continuous integration and the continuous deployment. What do you mean that one, sir? Basically, okay, so during of your project deployment, sir, during of your other project deployment, you can execute this unit testing, you can execute the unit testing of your application, okay, with the help of CI CD pipeline integration. Understand, guys? You can execute this unit testing as a developer. As a developer, you can execute the unit testing, you can execute the unit tests, and as well as whenever your code is deployed into the server, okay, whenever your code is deployed into the server, sir, okay, you can integrate this unit testing phase in the CI CD pipeline integration itself, sir. That is also the another importance of unit testing in Java. Okay, yeah. And the next one is test coverage analysis. Okay, so another advantage of another important of unit testing is, okay, you can do for what? Test coverage. What do you mean by test coverage? What do you mean by test coverage, guys? Test coverage is nothing but how much of code how much of your source code has been covered with your test cases. Okay, so test coverage analysis is nothing but what? How much of the code has been covered with your test cases. Simple as that. Okay, so that is also the importance of unit testing, sir. Okay, this is a test coverage is the most important part of our project life cycle, sir. Okay, why? Because means whenever you guys wanted to deploy any kind of the changes into your server, so definitely your code should be covered with your test cases of minimum of 80%. Minimum of 80%, sir. If the code coverage, if the code has been covered with your test cases of minimum of 80%, sir, then only your source code will be deployed into the servers. So why? Because means at the pipeline itself, whenever your project is getting to deployed onto the server, so the pipeline itself the pipeline itself having the one phase to execute the unit test cases, guys. Okay, in such phase itself, it will ensures that your source code will be covered with the test cases of 80% or not. If yes, then your code will be deployed. If no, it will get failed. Understand, guys? So this much of importance of unit testing required for another application, guys. Basically, hope you guys are comfortable up to now, everybody. I'm just focusing on the importance of unit testing, sir. Okay, I'm just focusing on for what? The importance of unit testing. Okay, unit testing means basically it's a kind of it's a kind of the validation to ensure whether your code fix is working as expected or not. That is called testing. Okay, unit testing means you can do the testing on several components of the software program, such as methods, such as class as well. Okay, that is called unit testing. Why the unit testing is an importance? What is an importance of unit testing? Your unit test should run on for what? Isolated manner, and always your unit test should be executed automatically. Okay, and then a unit testing will gives you for what? Improving the code quality of your project, and you can integrate that unit testing with the help of CI/CD integration and the CI/CD integration, sir. Okay, and then followed with what? Test coverage analysis. Unit test will do, and we can integrate with what? Code coverage as well. Okay, yes. CI/CD means, see, whenever your project is getting deployed into the server, okay, typically you do have a lot of environments in your project development, such as dev, prod, okay, such as dev, QA, pre-prod, and the prod, right, guys? Okay, whenever your project is getting deployed into the server, sir, or into the server means any kind of an environment. Okay, so as part of our Jenkins job, we can integrate that to execute the test cases, to execute the test cases and to execute the test cases of our project, and whether your test cases has been covered with 80% of your source code or not. If yes, it will deploy. If no, then it will get it failed. Understand, guys? You can integrate the unit testing phase during of your deployment itself. That is what the intention. Okay, yeah, sir. According to the project, the environments will get changed, sir. Okay, so that not an issue. Some of the companies will maintain with what? Pre-prods. Some of the companies will maintain with what? SIT. Some of the staging environments, like that, it will be the maintain according to your project. So it will get changed. Okay, so typically in every company, so you will be the having with what? Dev environment and testing environment, test environment. Dev environment is purely for what? Developer level testing. So test environment is used for what? Tester level tester. So a tester level environment, case, that is developer level environment is nothing but an dev environment. Tester level environment is nothing but an what? Test environment, guys. Okay, UAT means user acceptance test. So that that is called end user level testing environment, guys. That is called end user level testing. So before deploying of our code changes into the live, sir, okay, your code changes first will deploy into for what, pre-prod, okay, or sorry, UAT, and then user will confirm that whether that functionality is expected or not. If it is if it is approved and expected means, then your changes will get promoted into another environments. Understand, guys? That might be on the pre-prod. Okay, according to the company to company, the environments will get changed. Okay, yeah. So this is all about with what, unit testing, guys. Okay, let's get start to understand with what is JUnit, sir. What is JUnit? Okay, so as of now we just focused on for what is an import, what is unit testing and its importance of unit testing, sir. Simple. Okay, now we are talking about JUnit. What do you mean by JUnit, sir? JUnit is an open source and the popular unit testing framework in Java ecosystem. Understand, guys? JUnit is for what? JUnit is for what, guys? JUnit is for what? It's an open source. It's an open source library for doing for what? Unit testing framework. Unit testing. So it's a open source and the unit testing framework in for what? Entire Java world, guys. In Java ecosystem. Okay. Yes. So that is the first important point of JUnit, guys. Okay. The second important point is, as a Java programmer, sir, you can perform the unit testing of an application with the help of JUnit library only. Okay, as a Java programmer, guys, we can perform the unit testing, guys, of an application with the help of JUnit library, guys. Okay, JUnit is an open source popular unit testing framework in the Java ecosystem. That is the first important point, guys. Okay, as a Java programmer, you can perform the unit testing of an application with the help of JUnit library. Okay, with the help of JUnit library, guys. Java programmer can perform the JUnit unit testing of an application with the help of JUnit library, guys. Okay, so what is the current version of JUnit library available in the market? JUnit 5. JUnit 5 is the current version of the current version of JUnit library available in the market is for what? JUnit 5, sir. Okay, JUnit 5 basically. JUnit 5 is the latest version of JUnit testing framework for Java applications. JUnit 5 is the latest version of JUnit testing framework of for Java applications. Okay, JUnit 5 versions having the lot of enhancements when compared to the earlier JUnit versions. Okay, you people might heard, so JUnit 3, JUnit 4, JUnit 5, like that. So out of this case, JUnit 5 is the latest version, guys. Okay, the latest version which will having the lot of enhancements when it compared to for what, earlier versions of okay, earlier versions of JUnit, guys. JUnit 5 version having the lot of enhancements when compared to for what, when compared to the earlier JUnit versions, guys. Okay, JUnit is the one of the library, guys, which helps us to develop with what, unit testing in Java environments. Simple. As a Java programmer, you can opt JUnit framework to help for what, developing the unit testing, guys. Simple as that. Okay, yes. And so the minimum, the JUnit 5 requires for what, minimum Java 8 version, guys. Okay, so in order to work with what, the JUnit 5 versions, sir, the minimum Java 8 is required mandatorily. Minimum Java 8 or higher versions mandatorily, sir. Okay, you cannot test, you cannot use less than Java 8, guys. Make sure whenever you guys are working with what, JUnit 5, okay, minimum Java version should be what, Java 8. Minimum Java 8 is required, guys. Okay, yes. So basically in the JUnit 5 is composed composed of several different modules, guys, from 3 different sub projects. Okay, so basically the JUnit 5 is composed with the several different module, guys, several different modules from the 3 different sub projects, guys. What are those? JUnit platform, JUnit Jupyter, JUnit Vintage. So these are the 3 sub projects of, these are the 3 different these are the different modules of the JUnit 5. Understand, guys? What are the main sub modules of JUnit 5, guys? What are the sub modules of JUnit 5? Can you guys please confirm? Sir, JUnit is a one kind of the library which helps us to for what unit testing in Java. You do have a lot of libraries. Okay, you do have a lot of libraries, guys, which helps us to perform with what unit testing. JUnit is not at all only the unit testing, sir. You do have a lot of libraries which helps us to perform with what unit testing. JUnit is one of the most industry standard libraries, sir. Okay, that is the reason behind of it. Okay, so come on, guys. JUnit 5 compresses of what module? Which modules? JUnit 5 compresses of which modules, guys? JUnit 5 compresses of which modules? JUnit platform, JUnit Jupyter, and JUnit Vintage. Okay, these are the 3 different modules of JUnit 5. These are the 3 different modules of JUnit 5, sir. JUnit platform, JUnit Jupyter, JUnit Vintage. Okay, yeah. Let's get understand with what JUnit 5 architecture, guys. Okay, so see, I will talk about importance of JUnit platform, JUnit Jupyter, and JUnit Vintage importance in the next slide of architecture. Okay, as of now, you guys are good with the importance of JUnit and importance of JUnit and JUnit 5. Can you guys help me? Are you guys good with the importance of JUnit and JUnit 5? JUnit is the one of the unit testing framework in Java, which helps us to perform with what unit testing, sir. Okay, so the current version of the JUnit available in the market is for what? JUnit 5. Okay, so the JUnit 5 is compresses of JUnit. In order to work with what JUnit 5, what is a prerequisite? Minimum Java 8 version is recommended. Minimum Java 8 is required to work with what JUnit 5, sir. Okay, JUnit 5 compresses JUnit 5 having the lot of enhancements when compared with JUnit 3 and when compared with what JUnit 4, sir. Okay, and JUnit 5 having the lot of so several modules, guys, several different modules. One is for what JUnit platform, another one is JUnit Jupyter, another one is for what JUnit Vintage. Okay, yeah. So let's get to understand with what JUnit 5 architecture. Okay, sir, observe carefully and observe carefully, sir. Observe carefully, everybody, as part of this an architecture. So what is the first part we do have? So first part. What is the first one, guys? Here we have IDEs. IDEs or build tools. Okay. As I mentioned you guys, as I mentioned you in the initial of our discussions, you can execute these test cases. You can execute the unit testing you can execute the test cases of your application through automated, right, guys? How you can execute all the test cases of your project through automated? With the help of build tools. With the help of build tools, guys. So how you can automate the compilation of your source code, sir? Can you guys please help me? Can you guys help me on that? How you can compile of your project related source codes using the build tool of Maven or Gradle, right or not? Maven is one of the project build tool which helps us to for what? Compiling the source code of your project, executing the test cases of your project, packaging the project, and deploying the server into the project, deploying the project into the server as well. So that is the project build tool, sir. Maven and the Gradle is nothing but it's a project build tools. Understand, guys? Basically, that project build tools are helpful for doing for what? Several things as an automated. One is for what? Compiling the source code of your project. Okay. And executing the test cases of your project. Okay. Packaging of your project. Okay. And getting the dependencies required for your project. Dependencies means whatever the jars required for your project, those things also will be done by these build tools. Okay, it will pull the dependencies required for the project, and then finally deploying the application into the server as well, guys. All these things which you can through automate with what? All these things which you can through automate with what? Build tools. Sir, Maven and Gradle are nothing but on project build tools, guys. So these tools which which will give you a lot of things in automated manner. Okay, such as compiling the source code, executing the test cases, packaging the project, and gathering the dependencies from the pulling the dependencies from the repos. Okay, and deploying the server, deploying the application into the server. All these things which you can do with the help of build tools. Okay, so see, sir, one important thing here is JUnit platform, sir. JUnit platform is nothing but it's a kind of a environment to execute of your test cases. So JUnit platform is nothing but what? It's a kind of an environment to execute of our test cases, guys. Understand, guys? So that JUnit platform is nothing but what version, sir? We are planning to work with what version? JUnit 5. JUnit 5. JUnit 5, sir. JUnit platform is nothing but an JUnit platform is nothing but an what, guys? It's an environment to execute. It is an environment to execute of your unit test cases. Okay. So that JUnit platform is initiated for which version of JUnit, sir? That JUnit platform is initiated, that can be initiated to execute for which version of JUnit? Which version of JUnit, sir, we are initiating for initiating of JUnit platform? JUnit 3 or JUnit 4 or JUnit 5? JUnit 5, sir. So we are we are initiating the JUnit platform for what? JUnit 5, sir. So which it's an environment, sir. Basically, JUnit platform is nothing but an environment to execute the unit test cases of your project, guys. Okay. So see, sir, the point here is you can initialize and you can create that an environments by using for what? IDEs or build tools. IDEs, by that might be an STS IDE or IntelliJ IDE or Eclipse IDE, sir. Using those IDEs, sir, you can initiate the JUnit platforms, guys. You can you can create an environment for executing the unit test cases, guys. That is called JUnit platform. Okay, whenever you guys are executing the test cases with the help of the build tool, guys, at the time as well, the JUnit platform got initiated. Understand, guys, everybody? Yeah. So, and so who will be the interacting with what JUnit platform, sir? So Vintage, Jupyter, and then for what? Third party. So as I clearly mentioned, guys, JUnit platform, which serves as a foundation for launching the testing frameworks on the JVM, sir. Launching the testing frameworks on JVM, and also provides the library to launch the test cases either from console, either from IDEs, either from build tools. That I was clearly mentioned with the JUnit platform, sir. Okay. So JUnit Jupyter. Let's get understand with what? JUnit Jupyter, sir. Okay. JUnit Jupyter component basically used to execute the JUnit 5 related test cases, guys. Jupyter component mainly focusing on for what? Executing the test cases which are developed with the help of JUnit 5. Understand, guys, everybody? Jupyter, JUnit Jupyter, sir. JUnit Jupyter is nothing but it's a combination of new programming model and extension model of writing the tests and extensions in JUnit 5. As the name has been chosen from the fifth planet of our solar system, which is in the largest one. Simple as that. Okay, the name has been chosen from the fifth planet of our solar system, sir, which is also the largest one, sir. As I already mentioned you guys in the initial session, okay, as I mentioned you in the starting of our session itself, JUnit 5 having the lot of features. JUnit 5 having the lot of features when compared to for what JUnit 3 and JUnit 4. Okay, that's why so Jupiter is the one of the largest planet of our solar system. So that's why they named it as an for what the Jupiter, guys. Jupiter will always focus us to execute for which version of JUnit test cases? JUnit 5 or JUnit 3 or JUnit 4? Can you guys please confirm which version of the test cases the Jupiter will be the focusing on? JUnit 5 related test cases, guys. The test cases which the unit test cases which you have developed with the help of JUnit 5 library, sir, those test cases can be executed by Jupiter. Okay, Jupiter having their Jupiter engine. Okay, that engine will get executed by test cases. Simple. Okay, yeah. And we do have another in order to support for what backward compatibility. Okay, in order to support with what backward compatibility for running the test cases, guys, for running the test cases on the JUnit 5 platform. Okay, so there is another component they have introduced in the architecture called vintage. Vintage is for what? Supporting the backward capability. Supporting for what? The backward capability, sir. Sir, I will walk through the code, sir. Just be on hold for the next 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, be on hold for the next few minutes, sir. Be on hold with what? Next few minutes. So without knowing this knowledge, I cannot start with the programming. Okay, so as part of the Java programmer, you just need to be understood who will be the taking care of executing the test cases of your project and how the things are getting happen. So just be on hold for the next few minutes, guys. Okay, yeah. So Jupiter, basically the Jupiter component is used to execute the test cases which you guys are developed with what JUnit 5, sir. Okay, in order to support the backward compatibility, sir. Okay, so in the JUnit 5 itself, sir, you can run your test cases with the help of JUnit 3 and JUnit 5. The test cases which you guys are developed in JUnit 3 library and JUnit 4 library, sir, those test cases also you can execute in JUnit 5 by enabling the vintage, by enabling for what? Vintage library, vintage engine, we can say. Okay, so old test cases, that is what I was clearly mentioned, guys, in the diagram itself. The diagram represents for what? Old test cases, guys. Okay. Old test cases. Okay, so the test cases which you have written with the test cases which you have written in the JUnit 3 and JUnit 4, sir. Okay, those test cases you can execute in JUnit 5 platform itself with the help of vintage support. Okay, sir, who actually those who will be the taking care of who actually takes care of executing those test cases? Vintage engine, sir. Okay, who will be the taking care of executing the JUnit 5 related test cases? Jupiter engine. Okay, who will be the responsible of executing the JUnit 3 and JUnit 4 test cases? Vintage engine. Okay, vintage contains for what? Vintage engine, sir. Jupiter contains for what? Jupiter engine. So these engines will take care of executing the respective the test cases which you have developed with the library. Simple as that. Okay. Yes. Yes, correct. Jupiter is only for what? JUnit 5, sir. Vintage library is supporting for what? To execute the JUnit 3 test cases and JUnit 4 test cases. Okay. Yes. Okay. So that is what I was explaining you beside the slide of information, guys. You can walk through that. You can go through that the later. Okay. Yeah. So JUnit platform, it's a kind of an environment, sir. It's a kind of an environment. So basically, in order to execute the Java program, we need the JRE or not? JRE is nothing but an what? It's a kind of an environment to execute your Java program. Similarly, in order to execute the unit test case, in order to execute the unit test cases, guys, we require that environment. That environment will be given by whom? JUnit platform, sir. JUnit platform. So, and those platforms can be initialized through for what? consoles, IDEs, and build tools. Understand, guys? JUnit platform is nothing but an environment to execute of your unit test cases, guys, to execute of our unit test cases in your project. Simple. Similar to JRE, sir. Okay, JRE is nothing but an environment to execute of our Java program. At the same way, in order to execute the unit, in order to execute the test cases, in order to execute the unit test cases, guys, unit test cases, you need to you need to create that an environment by that is called JUnit platform. Hope you guys are clear about this JUnit 5 architecture, everybody. Anybody having any questions? Sir, please be wait. Please be wait just for the next couple of minutes. I will walk through the code. Okay. We'll have the coding part as well. No worries. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So let's get to start how you can work with the JUnit 5 library, sir. Okay. How you can write, how you can work with what? JUnit 5. JUnit 5. Environmental setup. Okay. Environmental setup, guys. Okay. The step one, guys. Step one. Okay. JUnit is one of the Java based unit testing framework or not, guys? JUnit is one of the Java based JUnit is one of the Java based unit testing framework or not? JUnit is one of the Java based unit testing framework or not, guys? Yes, definitely. So it is one of the Java based unit testing framework. Definitely. First, what is a prerequisite, sir? You need to install the Java software in your machine. Okay. The one thing you need to keep in mind, sir, everybody. Okay. Whenever you want to install IDE, whenever you want to install SQL developer, whenever you want to install MySQL workbench, so all these softwares, any Java based softwares, guys, any Java based softwares which always requires for what? Java software to run. So that's why the prerequisite to install with what? Java software in your machine, that should be minimum with what? Java 8. Today onwards, today world, the most of the projects in the companies, they are using with the minimum version of Java 8, sir. Java 8 is a long term support version. So you do have a long term supported versions are there: Java 8, Java 11, Java 17, Java 21. All these are the long term supported versions. Always industry will prefer to use for what? Long term supported versions only. Always industry prefer to use for what? Long term supported versions only, guys. Okay, just make sure you also need to habituate in such a manner itself. Everybody need to install with the minimum of Java 8 version in your machine. Okay, yeah, and be thorough with Java 8 features nowadays. That is the most important for you as a Java programmer. You should need to know the basic pillars of functional programming that has been introduced in Java 8. Okay, so make sure those things you need to be thorough with that. Okay, the first step is for what, guys? Installing the Java software in our machine. First one is for what? Installing the Java software in our machine, guys. Okay, that is the first thing. Okay, yes. The secondly, we need to install at least one IDE in your machine, sir. At least you need to install with what? One IDE in your machine, such as IntelliJ IDE or STS IDE or Eclipse IDE or Visual Studio Code IDE. All these IDEs, any one of the IDE you should need to be the install in your machine mandatorily. Before installing these IDEs, you need to complete with what? Java installation. You need to complete with what? Java installation. Without having this installation of Java, you cannot run on for what? Eclipse or anything, sir. Okay, yes. Okay, so at least one ID should be installed, sir. Okay, so you can install any kind of the latest version of Eclipse IDE, sir. Okay, Eclipse IDE or STS IDE. When it comes for IntelliJ IDE, sir, okay, IntelliJ IDE, we do have the two kinds of editions, guys. One is for what? Community edition. Another one is for what? Ultimate edition, sir. Ultimate is for what? Licensed version. So that you will get only the 30 days of the license in your system when you first install, sir. So prefer to use and habituate to work with what IntelliJ ID with the community edition, sir, which is an free and open source basically. Okay, ultimate is for what? License. Ultimate version of IntelliJ ID is for what? Licensed version, sir. You can prefer to download with what? Community edition, sir. Community edition is for what? Free and open source. Okay, yes. Second step is clear. Second step is you need to install with what? At least one IDE in your mission. At least one IDE in your mission, guys. Okay, at least one IDE in your mission. Okay, yeah. Okay, fine. So the next one is create a simple Maven project. Okay, in your favorite IDE. Okay. No, sir. No. Kumar, you can work with what? Maven as well, sir. No problem. In the IntelliJ ID of the community edition, which you can do. Okay. Yeah. Fine. So create a sample project, guys. Create a simple Maven project in your favorite IDE, sir. Okay. Note. Make sure you need to select the project archetype as and for what? Quick start. Quick start is for what? Standalone applications. Quick start is for what? Standalone applications, guys. Understand? Quick start is nothing but on what? A standalone applications. Okay, Maven is the one of the project build tool, which helps us to create the project, automatically, compiling of your source code automatically, executing the test cases automatically, and packaging of your project will be done with the help of automatically, guys. Okay, so Maven has having the lot of project structures, guys, basically. Okay, Maven is not only for Java, so it is having the support of for what? Around 2200 project structures. Maven can know that. Okay, Maven having with what? Maven having a lot of project structures, guys. Out of all the project structures, one of the project structure is for what? Quick start. Quick start is for what? Standalone applications in Java. Understand, guys? Understand or not, everybody? Okay. Yes. Okay. So Maven is for what? Automated build. So it's a kind of the build tool which helps us to create the projects, which helps us to create the project, which helps us to create the projects, which helps us to create the project, compiling the source code, executing the test cases, packaging of our projects, as these things which you can do with the help of Maven, sir. Okay. So Maven is knowing about some of the project structures. So how many project structures Maven know? That one? 2200 plus project structures. Okay, 2200 plus project structures. Maven can know that. Out of the 2200 plus of project structures, we are selecting one project structure, guys. What is that project structure? What is that project structure we are selecting? Quick start, sir. By keeping the different people in our mind, okay, we are just giving you the subject in such a way, sir. Okay, by keeping the different people in our mind, so I'm just delivering the subject with them. Understand? Quick start. Out of the quick start is one of the archetypes, sir. One of the archetype is nothing but an project type, sir. Okay, in the Maven, you people might heard the term called archetype. Archetype is nothing but on the project template. One of the template is nothing but on what? Quick start, guys. Quick start. That's all. Okay, these are the three steps, guys. These are the three steps. Should be ready to work with what? To work with what? To work with what? JUnit, sir. Okay, in order to work with the JUnit, sir, first you need to install the Java version and complete the one at least one IDE should be installed in your mission. And the third step is for what? You need to create a one Maven project. Understand, guys? You need to create for what? One Maven project, guys. One Maven project in your favorite IDE. Okay, in your favorite IDE, you can create some Maven project, guys. Make sure you need to select the project archetype as for what? Quick start. Understand, guys, everybody? Yeah. So that is the thing, guys. That is the thing. So yeah, so shall we get create the project, guys? Yes, you can create so you can use for what, Gradle as well, sir. Okay, but as of now my focus will be on for what, Maven itself here in the workshop. Okay, yeah. In this workshop I will be the mainly focusing with the help of the Maven only, sir. I'm not focusing on Gradle. Okay, yeah. So observe carefully, sir. Everybody observe carefully. Observe carefully, guys. Yeah, either minimum Java 8 is sufficient, sir. Minimum Java 8 is sufficient. Minimum Java 8 is sufficient. If you are working with what, Java 11 or Java 17, that's fine, not an issue. Okay, yeah. Sir, as I already explained for the Maven for the couple of times, Maven is one of the project builder tool which helps us to create the projects automatically. Okay, which will create with what, which helps us to create the projects, compiling the source codes. Okay, executing the test cases, packaging of your projects, all these things which you can through for what, automated process with the help of Maven. Okay, yeah, fine. So let's see, sir. I have opened my IDE, sir. I have been open my ID. Hope you my ID is visible, everybody. Can you guys please confirm? Hope you guys visible my ID. Hope you guys are visible my ID, sir. Everybody? Yes. Okay. So this is the one of the Eclipse IDE, sir. This is the one of the latest version of an Eclipse IDE. Okay. You can install, you can work with what, in my case, which version I was working with here. Observe carefully. So I was working with what, 2023-6, sir. 2023-6. It is a, in the June month it was released, this IDE version. You can work with what, any latest version as well, not an issue. You can work with what, latest versions of your Eclipse IDE, sir. Simple. So here there is an option, sir. Here there is an option. Here there is an option for creating the Maven project. Okay, or else if you are not able to find this project explorer, means go to the file menu, go to the new. So go to the new, and there is an the option called Maven project. Okay, if you find the Maven project here itself, means you can click it. Okay, if you want to go with what, Maven archetype, Maven project here, means then go with what, Maven project. Okay, yes, sir. It is about to create a new Maven project. Observe carefully. The first checkbox is create a simple project. Create a simple project, skipping the archetype selection. Okay, as I told you, so archetype is nothing but one kind of project template. Okay, okay, okay. See, archetype is nothing but it's a one kind of project template, guys. Archetype is nothing but one kind of the project template. Simple. It's a one kind of the project template, sir. You want to select the project template. If you want that the project template, means uncheck that one. If you don't want to select the project template and create a simple project, means check that part. Simple. So I'm just checking that checkbox. If you want to select that, archetype, means click on the next and you need to select it, sir. Okay. Quick start. Simple. You can go with what? Quick start. Maven Central. Select with what? Maven Central and quick start, guys. See, guys, all these are nothing but the templates which is coming from the Maven Central. Okay, quick start. See, all these are the project templates, guys. Okay, all these are nothing but the quick start templates. Out of these quick start templates, you need to select. You need to select with what? Our Java based quick start. Understand? Okay, 1 minute. Archetype colon. Okay, archetype colon quick start, guys. Simple. Here you can find it, sir, related to the Maven. Okay. you can find it. Okay, or else you can go to the Mac and you want to create a simple project. If you want to create a simple project, guys, simple check the checkbox. Check the checkbox. Once you check the checkbox means archetype selection is not required for simple projects. I wanted to create a simple Maven project, that I'm going to check this checkbox, guys. That I'm going to check this checkbox. Okay, yeah. So click on the next. So it is asking us for what, guys? It is asking us for what? It is asking us for what, guys? Group ID. Group ID is nothing but the company name. So the company name is for what? com.ashok IT. Okay. The project, so artifact ID is nothing but what? The name of the project. The name of the project. So the name of the project is nothing but an JUnit testing application, sir. JUnit testing app, we can say. And packaging mode is jar is required, var is required, pom is required. Jar is enough for me as of now. As of now, the jar is required. The group ID is nothing but the name of the company, sir. The name of the company. Okay. The com.ashok IT is the name of the company. The artifact ID is nothing but what? The project name, sir. JUnit underscore testing underscore app. And version. Version is for what? First version, snapshot version. This is. And packaging mode will be what? Jar. Click on the. So advanced. Go to the advanced, sir. Go to the advanced. No need to do anything here in the advanced section. So click on the finish button. Simple. Our Maven project is getting created, sir. Observe carefully. Our Maven project is getting created. Okay. Yes. So hope you guys are visible this project. Sir, whatever the project which you have created here, simply that project structure is given by whom? Maven. Maven. Okay. Whatever the project which we have created in Eclipse IDE, sir, that project structure is given by whom? Maven. Okay. So Maven, guys. So observe carefully the project structure, sir. So basically SRC main Java. SRC main Java is used for what? Placing of your source code. Placing of your original source code of your project. That can be of controller classes, service classes, DAO classes, helper classes. Okay. Helper classes and all these things. Okay. Helper classes and all these things which you can do. Okay. Yes. All these the project related source codes which you can place in for what? SRC main Java. What are the importance of SRC main resources? Where you can place your configuration files. Okay. Where you can place your configuration files, property files, ML files, any kind of the files which you can place under SRC main resources. Okay. SRC test Java. SRC test Java is used for placing the test cases in your project. Whatever the test cases, whatever the test classes which you have created in your project, sir, every test case should be the part of SRC/test.java. Understand, guys? No, Akash, you cannot create. I am not at all focusing the Spring Boot, right? As of now, I was just focusing on for what? As of now, I'm just focusing for what? Simple Java application this is. Okay, you cannot create the project from spring.start.io. You cannot create it. Okay, simple Maven project which you can create with the help of IDE. Just follow my instructions, sir. Just follow my instructions, everybody. Okay, yeah, fine. SRC test Java is meant for what? Placing of your unit test classes, unit test related classes case, JUnit related test case classes you can place under the SRC test Java. Okay. And SRC test resources. Basically, whenever you are doing for what any kind of the testing, sir, you need to have some sort of configurations that can be of an XML files or property files, which helps to place the such things in the SRC test resources. SRC test resources, guys. SRC test resources. Understand, guys, everybody? SRC main Java is used for placing the original source code of your project. SRC main resources is used for placing the configuration files of your project. SRC test Java is used for placing the test classes of your project. And SRC test resources is used for what? Placing the So placing the resources, placing the configuration files, property files, which are required during the execution of your test cases. Understand? That's all. Okay. Yeah. So observe carefully, sir, everybody. So under every Maven project, guys, every Maven project, you will be the getting for what one important XML file, sir. Okay. Every Maven project, sir. Every Maven project by default comes with one XML file that is called pom.xml file. POM stands for project object model. This is the default XML file for every Maven project. Okay, pom.xml file. So what is the Maven version it was using here? 4.0. Group ID is for what? com.ashok IT, which you have given. Artifact ID is nothing but on the project name, that is JUnit underscore testing underscore application. And what is the snapshot version? This is 0.0.1 will be the snapshot version. That's all. Okay. Yeah. Let's see, sir. Let's do one thing, guys. Let's do one thing. So by default, whenever you guys are creating the Maven project, guys, by default, you will be getting the Java 1.7, sir. Okay, Java 1.7 by default, which you are getting. You need to change that to the Java version from 1.7 to either 8 or 11 or 17. It's up to you. It's up to you. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. So see, sir, how you can change the Java version, how you can change the Java version of your Maven project. Simple. How you can change the Java version of your Maven project, guys. Okay. Yeah. Simple, sir. Go to the Google. Go to the Google. Okay. Maven compiler plugin. Maven compiler plugin. Just get into the Apache Maven project. Under that, where you can have it what? See, sir. Compile using the different JDKs. Click on that. Okay, click on that. See, sir, this is what the Maven compiler plugin, sir. Maven compiler plugin. Okay, understand, guys? If you guys wanted to run, if you guys wanted to run if you guys wanted to run your Maven project with the different versions of JDK, means that you can do with the help of this part. Maven.compiler.source, that is the one tag which you can do, or else you can do for what in this fashion as well. In this fashion as well, it's up to you, sir. It's up to you how you can configure this the Java version to your Maven project. That can be of simple with the help of these two tags, or else you can write this bunch of tags. Writing this for what? Bunch of tags case. Simple. I will take it up this part. Okay, you can go with what this one as well. It's up to you, sir. You can go either this part, this kind of configuration, or this kind of configuration. Okay. Yeah. So let's copy this part, guys. Let's copy this part and go to this part here and paste it. Control D, delete, Control D, delete. Maven compiler, Alt Shift F. Okay, that's all. So what is my version, sir? What is the Java version which I have configured here? 1.8. Or you can go with what? 11. It's up to you, sir. It's up to you what version you want. Okay. Yes. See, sir, my project is reflected to 11 or not? My Maven project is reflected to 11 or not? No, I want. So this plugin configuration is meant for what? Compiling the source code of your project with Java 11 version. Maven will utilize this compiler, sir. Maven will utilize this compiler to compile the source code. Understand? My project is reflected with 11 or not? Some of the people might reflect that version, sir. In such a case, what you need to do, sir? Right click on the project. There is an the Maven option, and there is an option called update project. Simple. Okay, right click on the project Maven and then update project. Simple. So select this part and you will get this dialog, and check the checkbox of force updates. Click on OK button. Simple as that. Done. Hope you are able to change the Java version of your Maven project or not, guys. Sir, plugin is one of the predefined actions, sir. In the Maven, plugins are nothing but on what? Predefined goals. Predefined goals which helps to do for what? Something. Which helps us to do for what? Some actions. Understand? Hope you guys are comfortable. How you have changed the Java version of your project? Yeah. Then what is the next one, sir? In order to work with what JUnit. So what is the current version we need to download from the web, sir? Come on, guys. In order to work with what? In order to work with what? In order to work with JUnit, sir. In order to work with what JUnit, what version you need to download? JUnit 5. Simple. Simple. What you can do is simple, sir. Simple. Go to the Google, sir. Again go to the Google. Okay. Simple. Try to search with what JUnit Jupyter. Why I'm searching for what Jupyter only? Because I wanted to run my test cases with the help of JUnit 5. In order to run the JUnit 5, what is the what component we require? Vintage or Jupyter? Vintage or Jupyter? Vintage or Jupyter, guys? Vintage or Jupyter? Jupyter. Understand? So go to the Jupyter, JUnit Jupyter API. Okay, simple, sir. Simple. When you get into go to the Google and search with what JUnit Jupyter Maven dependency. Click on that. So take the latest version. See, sir. See, we are in the what? So once you search, see here, sir, there is on the one URL will be there that is called MVN repository. MVN repository is nothing but on what? Maven central repository, sir. Okay, Maven repository. Vintage is for what? Running the JUnit test cases which you have developed in JUnit 3 and JUnit 4. Jupyter is for what? Running the test cases of JUnit 5. JUnit 5 related test cases will be executed by Jupyter. JUnit 3 and JUnit 4 test cases can be executed in the JUnit 5 with the help of Vintage. Okay, yes. Then so 5.10.0. Just take the copy, sir. Take the copy of this dependency. See, sir, go to the pom.xml file. So this is the build tag. Keep aside. Keep aside, sir. Okay, keep aside. Okay, yeah. So observe carefully. Everybody please focus. Everybody please focus. Dependencies. Dependencies I am configuring. Right now, which library I required for me? JUnit 5. Understand? That's all. Done. Done. Done, guys. Simple. So what library I required, sir? Which library I have required? JUnit Jupyter library. JUnit Jupyter library, sir. JUnit Jupyter the 5 library. So what is the current version I was using? 5.10.0. 5.10.0 is the latest version of JUnit Jupyter that I am selected. That's all. Okay. See, sir, whatever the jar you have configured, sir, whatever the library you required, that library will gets downloaded from the Maven repository. And observe carefully. See, sir, JUnit. So JUnit Jupyter API, JUnit platform, and API garden, and these are the dependencies which you got from this library. Understand, guys? Everybody? Yes. Okay. Then fine, sir. So JUnit 5 has been included. Okay. Yes. Let's get to develop a small application, sir. Let's get to develop a small application. On SRC main Java, I'm going to create a new Java class. I'm going to create a new Java class called contact. Oh, sorry. 1 minute. Wrongly. I need to create the package first, sir. Sorry. Okay. Under SRC main Java, sir, I'm going to create with what? I'm going to create, go for the new, right click on the SRC main Java new, then package. Okay. com.ashok IT. com.ashok IT, sir. Simple. Under the right click on the class, right click on the package, go for the new class. So what is that the class, guys? Contact. What is the class, guys? Contact, guys. Simple. Okay. So I'm going to take a contact class. Okay. Observe carefully, sir, everybody. So contact, that is first name, private string, last name. Okay, then followed with contact number. Okay, done. Done. Done, guys. 3 properties which I have defined. Okay, let's generate the setter methods and getter methods for these 3 properties. Set keyword, set first name, set keyword, set last name, set keyword, contact number. Okay, get keyword, get first name, get keyword, get last name, get keyword, get contact number. Simple. So I have been the generated. So I have been the generated for what? I have been the generated for what, guys? Setters and getters for these 3 properties. I want to generate with what? Constructors as well. Right click on the source code, go for the right click on the source code, guys, go for the source, and there is an option called generate constructor using fields. Click on that. Okay. Okay, then observe carefully. I am writing one default constructor. Okay, I'm just getting for what? Default constructor. Simple as that. Done. So contact class is created. Everybody is the clear? Everybody is the clear or not? Yes. Contact class has been created, guys. Contact class has been created successfully. Okay, then. So to manage the contacts, what I'm going to do here is inside the contact class itself, sir, I would like to write some business logics. Okay. I would like to write with what? Some business logics, guys, inside the contacts. Inside the contacts itself, I would like to write some sort of methods as well. Additional methods. Additional methods. Additional methods, guys. So that is public void validate first name, sir. Public void validate first name. Public void validate first name, sir. Okay, so first name. If condition current object dot first name dot is blank. Is blank means I can throw the exceptions. I can throw for what? Runtime exception, saying as I will be the showing for what? Runtime exception as for what, guys? First name cannot be empty. Okay, that's all. Done. Throw new runtime environment. Simple. Okay, yeah, simple, sir. I would like to write another method as well. Additional methods I am writing, sir. Here, observe carefully. Public void validate last name. Okay, if this dot last name dot is empty, is blank, then I can say then I can say last name cannot be empty. Okay, last name cannot empty, sir. Simple. I'm going to go with what? Another one. So that is validate. Okay, so validate phone number, sir. Okay, yeah. Observe carefully, sir. Everybody please focus. Everybody please focus. Okay, it is a public void validate phone number. Validate phone number, sir. Okay, yes. Okay, then. Okay, no problem. Okay, this is validate last name, and this is nothing but on what? First name, sir. Sorry. Oh, 1 minute. Sorry. I'm in the correct only. Okay, got it. Fine. Validate phone number, sir. validate phone number, simple. Okay, this dot phone number. Okay, this dot phone number is blank means this dot phone number, sir. So this dot get phone number. Sorry, this dot contact number, sir. Simple, I can say contact number, sir. This is nothing but an validate. Okay, validate contact number, sir. Simple, I can say. Okay, yes. And then I'm going to write some additional logics. This dot contact number dot length double equal to 0 or not. Sorry, length equal to 10 or not. Not equal to 10, guys. If the length is not equal to 10 means what I can do, sir? If the length is not equal to 10 means I would like to throw some exceptions. I would like to throw some exceptions, guys. Runtime exception of, okay, contact number cannot be empty. Okay, runtime exception we can say for what? Runtime exceptions are simple. Okay, done, sir. Done. What else, guys? So okay, yeah. So these are the few validations, sir. Okay. Okay, these are the, okay, yeah. One more validation I would like to write. Okay, so this dot contact number. Okay, this dot contact number, sir. This dot contact number. Okay, this dot contact number starts with, okay, starts with 0. If any contact number is not starting with 0 means, not starting with 0 means I can say for what? Contact number should start with 0, guys. Contact number should start with 0. Okay, yeah, simple as that. Clear, guys, everybody? Okay, yeah. Contact number cannot be empty. Okay, yeah, cannot. Okay, contact number cannot be empty, not, guys. This is 1 minute. This is contact number cannot be an empty. Contact okay, contact number length is not matched, sir. Length is not matched. Should be 10. Simple. Okay, yeah, that's all, guys. Everybody is the clear? So these are the additional methods which I have written in my contact class for sort of validations. Okay, validate first name if my first name is empty or not. If it is having the first name means, okay, if it is yes, should not starts with 0, sir. Okay, see, start with 0. If the number is start with the 0, you see, your phone number should always starts with 0 only, sir. It cannot start with what 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Okay, it always should be starts with what? 0. Okay, yeah. Your contact number should always starts with 0 only. Clear? Done. Okay. Then I'm going to create. Hope you guys are comfortable up to now. The contact class. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Sir, the contact length should be what? 11 means if the contact length is for what, guys? 9 or 8 or 11 or anything, sir. Anything it will throw for what? 10 digits only the contact number. Understand? Our contact number starts with 0 only, sir. Okay. 0 starts with the contact number, condition true. If your contact number is not starts with 0 means, not starts with 0 means, then it will throw this an error. Understand the condition, sir? Okay, fine. So let's get into for what? Contact manager. Let's get into the another class called what? Contact manager, sir. Okay, let's get into the another class called for what? Contact manager, sir. Okay, yeah. Observe carefully, sir. Observe carefully to avoid the time saving. Okay, to avoid the time save, sir. Okay, I'm just getting the code. I'm just copy pasting the code, sir, from my workspace. Okay, yeah, simple here. See, let me explain you the over. Yeah. So see, sir, this contact manager class is helpful for, okay. Okay, the contact manager class is helpful for what, sir? Managing the contacts. So basically the contact manager class is used for what? Managing the contacts, guys. Okay, I have created for what? Created the map object. Created for what? Map object for storing the, for storing for what? For storing the contacts information. Storing the contacts information, sir. Simple. Okay, yes. So see, sir, right now I have created the one map object, sir. Right now I have created with what? One map object. That map object contains the string, sir. That is a string, and then followed with what? Contact number, sir. And which hash map implementation class I have taken, sir? What is an implementation class I have chosen here? Concurrent hash map. Concurrent hash map is an implementation class, and thread safe class. Okay, thread safe class I have taken here for that. Okay, yes. So I'm just adding the new contact. I'm just adding the new contact, guys. I'm just adding for what? New contact. Simple. So in order to add the contact, sir, in order to add the contact, what you required, sir? You required with what? First name, last name, and then contact number, sir. Simple. Agree or not? Agree or not, guys? Agree or not? Yes. In order to add a new contact, sir, definitely you required for what? First name, last name, and the contact number, sir. Okay. So first name, I have created that an object, sir, to hold the contact information. Created the object for creating the object for holding the contact information, sir. Sir, right now I'm not at all interacting with any database for storing the contacts, anything. Simple, plain. Whatever the contact information I was passing here, I'm just storing that contact information. What? I'm just storing for what? The contact information into for what? Map object. Okay. Contact, CONT contact is equal to new contact of first name, last name, and the contact number. Simple. And see, sir, and it is validating, sir, and calling the validations. Calling the validate logic. What is the purpose of validate logic, sir? Validate contact. See, sir, what it is doing, sir? Validate contact is doing for what? First of all, this is a private method which you have defined inside the contact manager itself. Okay, what this validate contact, it will checks, it will call, it will verify whether the first name is blank or not. Okay, if the last name is blank or not, if the contact number is started, if the contact number length is equal to 10 or not, if my contact number is starts with 0 or not, all such things which will validate by what? Validate contact method. Hope you guys are comfortable, everybody. While at the time of creating the contact, sir, while at the time of creating the contact, I wanted to ensure whether you have the data as on the properly or not. So that I have written with what? Validate contact method, sir. Simple. Okay, validate contact method. Clear? Yes, fine. So then I'm checking that. Okay, I'm checking. See, sir, observe carefully. If the data is having the properly means, if the data is having the properly means, you have the first name, you have the last name, and your contact is starting with 0, and your contact contains length is 0, length is 10 means your contact is valid to store, right, guys? Yes. Okay, and checking the contact information is existed or not. Okay, that is called check if contact is already existed. Understand, guys? Check if all the contact is existed, guys. Clear? Yeah. So I'm just verifying, sir, whatever the contact object which you have created here, I wanted to ensure whether this contact object is present in the map or not. How can you do that one? That is called one business method. See, sir, see, observe carefully. Check if the contact is already existed or not. Whatever the contact object which you have passed to this method, that contact object is present in the map object or not. How you can check that one? Contact list is nothing but on the map object. Contains key is one of the predefined method, and whatever the contact which you have passed, sir, and key is nothing but on what? Key is nothing but on how you are generating the key, sir. Observe carefully. I'm generating the key as an for what? First name hyphen last name. First name hyphen last name. Simple. I'm just generating the key for the map is key for the map is first name hyphen last name, sir. First name hyphen last name, and then contact object. Okay. So this is the key of the map. This is the key of the map, sir. Observe carefully. Whatever the contact object which you have received for the contact is present or not, how you can ensure that one? So whatever the contact you got here, that contact I'm passing to generate key method. That generate key method is doing for what? Populating the key, sir. String dot format of percentage yes, nothing but on first name, and second percentage yes, nothing but on last name. This is the values which you are extracting from where? Contact object by using string dot format method. Sir, string dot format method is used to construct the strings dynamically. Okay, that's all. Okay, so if the contact is already present means what I was doing, sir, here? What I was doing here, sir? If the contact, whatever the contact object which you have passed, sir, that contact object is already present in the map means what I was doing, sir? I'm throwing the exception as for what? Contact already exists. So in the map, key can be duplicate or key cannot be the duplicate, sir. In the map object, the key can be the duplicate or key cannot be the duplicate. In the map object, key can be the duplicate or key cannot be the duplicate. Cannot be the duplicate. That's why if the map is already having the Mahesh entry means the Mahesh entry cannot be allowed. Agree? In such a case, I am throwing what exception, sir? Simple. I am saying that contact is already existed. Simple. If the contact is not existed means we'll add the contact information. We'll add the contact information into the map object. Simple. Understand, guys? So we will add that the contact information into the map object, guys. Map object means nothing but an contact list. Contact list dot put of generate key of contact, sir. Generate key of contact means what it is going to return, sir? What it is going to return? It will return this method. Observe carefully, sir. This method output is for what? First name hyphen last name, sir. Simple. If the first name as you have sent for what? Mahesh, and the last name as on the Kumar means Mahesh hyphen Kumar. Okay, Mahesh hyphen Kumar. Simple. This is the key I am managing in the map object. Simple. Clear, guys? Everybody is the clear about this class? Any questions? Any questions? This is for adding the new contact. I am not at all adding the contact blindly, sir. Before adding the contact to the map object, before adding the contact information to the map object, I am ensuring that whether my contact is valid or not, whether my contact is already present in that or not. Okay, if the both are true, then only I can say for what? I can store the data into the map object. Simple. So these are the utility methods. Okay, private methods, sir. These three private methods are helpful for what? Ensuring whether the contact is having the proper information or not. Simple. Clear, guys? Everybody? Yes. 26th line. What is that one? Yeah, 26th line is nothing but an adding the entry to the map object, sir. This is the map object. Map.put method. Put method is for what? Adding the data to the map object, sir. And whatever the key you have given here, that key, and then followed with what? Object. Simple. Clear? Yes. Okay. This is what the things, guys. This is what the things which I have completed so far. Right, guys? So we created the Maven project in Eclipse IDE, and we created an application. We created an application called Contact Manager application. Okay, and we just we have written some business logics in our Contact Manager application, ensuring that whether you have the first name or not, last name or not, contact number contains 10 digits or not, whether my contact is starting with a 0 or not, all such kind of business logics which I have implemented in the application. Everybody is the clear up to now? Quickly, guys, quickly. Everybody is the clear? Very much. Okay, thank you. Yeah, let's get into the for what next step, sir. Next, we need to understand some important points. Okay, so now our agenda is for what? You need to write the unit test case for this application, sir. You need to write a unit test cases for this an application. Okay, that is what our agenda basically. Okay, let's get on to understand with what some important points, guys. Normally in every Java application or any Java project, guys, we have the different types of classes, such as for what? Controller classes, service classes, DAO classes, helper classes, and utility classes. So immediately the question may get into your mind, sir, is it possible to write a unit test case for every class in Java application, sir? Yes. So see, sir, generally in a project developments, we are always preferred to write the test cases for controller classes, service classes, DAO classes, helper classes, and utility classes. We never write the test cases for, we never write like as in the test cases for, okay, we never write like as in the test cases for Pojo classes or bean classes or entity classes. Understand, guys? Okay, we never write like as in the test cases for Pojo classes, entity classes, bean classes. We are always recommended to write a test cases for what classes, guys? Controller classes, controller classes, service classes, business classes, and helper classes, and utility classes only. That is what you need to keep in mind, sir. Okay, we cannot write like as an unit test classes for entity classes, Pojo classes, bean classes. You cannot write the test cases. You always, the test case should be written for what? Controller components, service components, DAO components, helper components, and utility components. Clear? Yeah. Let's get, sir. Okay, the class which under the test is called test class. Okay, the class which is going to be the test for the class which is going to be the test, guys, that is called test class, guys. Test class. So see, sir, let's come back to the IDE. So in SRC test Java, I'm going to create one more class. I'm going to create one more package first. So one more package, that is com.ashok IT. Okay, under this package, I'm going to create one Java class. I'm going to create one what? One Java class, that is contact manager test class. Okay, sir, every test class. Okay, whenever you want contact manager test class, is simple. Contact manager is a class. What is the equivalent test class for this? What is the equivalent test class, guys, for the contact manager? What is the equivalent test class for contact manager class? I need response from you guys. What is the equivalent test class for contact manager? What is the equivalent class I have created for the contact manager? Contact manager test. Okay, so contact manager test, guys. Understand? Contact manager test is one of the equivalent class for contact manager. Okay, yeah. So see, sir, this is of our testing class. So this is for our test class. The class which under the test, the class which under the test is called for what? Test class, guys. Contact manager test is for what? Test class. Contact manager test is for what? Test class, guys. Okay. Yes. Inside the test class, every test class contains for what? Group of test methods. Okay. Every test class contains for what? A group of test methods, guys. And each test method can be represented with the help of an annotation called @test, guys. Okay. Inside this test class, guys, I can have, okay, inside the test class, inside the test class, guys, I can return with what? Test methods. Okay. Every test method is annotated with what? @test. Okay. Public void. So display test. Display test, guys. Simple. That's all. Control Shift O. Simple, sir. So this is the one of the test method, sir. This is one of the test method. Okay. So basically so contact manager test is nothing but an what? Test class, and which contains for what? One of the which contains for what? Lot of test methods, and every test method will be identified with the annotation called @test. @test, guys. Simple. Understand, guys? Everybody? Everybody is the clear? Everybody is the clear? Yes. And every test method will gives like as on the success or failure, sir. Okay. Every test method will give some result, sir. Every test method will give you some result. If that result is expected to our to expected of our so if our result is our expected result means that test case will becomes for what? Success. Okay. If the test method is not giving our expected result means that test case will becomes for what? Failure. Understand, guys? Every test method of our test class will give you either success or failures. When it will give you the success, if your expectation, if the test case method is giving the expected output means, then I can say for what? It is success. If the test case is not giving like as an expected output means, then our test case will becomes for what? Failure. Understood, guys? The class which under the test is called for what? The class which under the test is called for what? Test class. And every test class contains for what? Group of test methods. And each and every test method can be represented with the help of an annotation called @test. Okay. Every test method will get either success or failure. Every test method will get either for what? Success or failure, guys. So when you will get the success, if your test case method is giving the expected output means, then it can say for what? Success. If your test case method is not at all giving the expected output means that the test case will becomes for what? Failure. Clear, guys? Everybody? Everybody is clear? Yeah. So why we use the annotation? Yeah, to represent the Java. So to represent the test method as a to represent the Java method as a test method, sir. Simple. @test method is for what? To represent the Java method as a test class method. Simple. Okay. So every test method should annotate with what? @test only. Okay. Yeah. Fine. Sir, how you can ensure, sir? How you can ensure whether your business method is giving expected output or not? Whether your business method is expected output or not? Yes. So, sir, as a programmer, so you can validate, your business results with an expected output or not. Okay. So expected output or not with the help of JUnit annotations and JUnit assertions. Okay. So we have several the several annotations in the JUnit. One is for what? @test, sir. One is for what? @test. Yeah, no need of defining any kind of an annotations on class level as of now. Okay. Yeah. So let us try to understand some annotations in JUnit 5. @test, use it to mark the Java method as a test method, sir. Use it to mark for what? Java method as a test method. Understand, guys? Everybody? Okay. So we have some of other annotations. @before all, @after all, @before each, after each, display name, @disabled, @repeated tests. All these are the some of the annotations of JUnit 5. Okay. Each annotation will have their own importance. Slowly we will use these annotations in our application itself. Slowly we will use for what? These annotations in our application itself, sir. Understand guys? Understand? So whatever the annotations which I have mentioned in this slide, every annotation I am going to use in our application, sir. Simple, one by one. Okay? Yeah. Okay then. So let's go with what contact manager test class. Let's go with what contact manager test class, guys. Okay? Yeah. Fine. So these are the sum of the annotations, guys. These are the sum of the annotations we do have in the JUnit 5. And so I'm going to utilize these annotations in our application. Whenever I am utilizing these annotations, I will give you the importance. And we do have a JUnit assertions. So basically, by using these assertions only, sir, you can ensure whether your actual output is a whether your actual output with expected output or not. So whenever you want to compare the actual output with expected output, then I can say my assertion is true. Okay. All the assertion methods are defined as and for what? Static methods in assertions class. JUnit 5 assertions can support with what? Java 8 features as well. Understand guys? Assert equals, assert not equals, assert array equals, assert iterable equals, assert not null, assert true, assert throws, assert all these are the assertions, guys. By using these assertions, you can compare your actual result with what? Expected result, sir. Actual output with what? Expected output. If the both are equal means my test case becomes success. If any one of the thing is mismatched means then our test case will becomes fail. Okay. Yes. So these are the nothing but an assertions, sir. Going forward, we'll get to know in this application itself, you will get to know all these things. Okay. Yeah. So observe carefully. Now I would like to write a one test case for creating the contact. Understand, sir? So here you have a contact manager, sir. So there are the multiple scenarios. There are the multiple scenarios, whether the contact has been created, whether the contact has not been created as well. Right or not? Sometimes if you are passing the proper data means then contact should be created. If you miss it like as in the first name means contact should not be created. If you miss the last name means contact should not be created. If you miss like the contact number means the contact should not be created. Agree or not? These are the possible scenarios. These are the possible scenarios, guys, for creating the contact. Okay, let's get into that. Let's get into that one, sir. Okay, let's get into the writing a one test case at the rate test, sir. At the rate test annotation is for what? At the rate test annotation is for what, guys? To represent the should create the contact. Should create the contact. Understand, guys? Simple. Observe carefully, sir. Observe carefully. Yes. Yes. So now I have defined one Java method, sir. This Java method is acting as an for what? Test method, sir. What is the purpose of this test method? Basically, this test method is to ensure the contact should be created. Contact should be created, sir. Contact should be created. Understand, guys? Everybody? Understand my point or not? Yes. So, and I am going to use another annotation called at the rate display name, sir. Okay. This test case is for what? Okay. Test case for creating the contact. Creating the contact. Simple. Test case for creating the contact. At the rate display name annotation, use it to define some description about of your test case method. Simple. Okay. Test case for creating the contact successfully. Positive case. This is for what? Positive case. Okay. Yes. So observe carefully, sir. Contact is equal to new contact of first name Mahesh and then Kumar and then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So contains for what? 10 digits. Contains for what? 10 digits. Creating the contact object. Okay. Yes. Okay. Then followed with creating the contact manager. Creating for what? Contact manager object. Okay. Why? Because contact manager contact manager, that is nothing but an contact manager is equal to new contact manager of for what guys? New contact manager and adding the contact. Okay, so that is nothing but an contact manager dot add contact of. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, not required, sir. Sorry, 1 minute, guys. So this is not required, sir. Contact manager is required. Okay, that is nothing but an so first name as Mahesh. Okay, and then last name as for what? Kumar. Okay, and then followed with what? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, yes. So that's all. Okay, yeah. So adding the contact, sir. Adding for what? Contact. Okay, yes. So once the how you can ensure whether the contact is added or not? How you can ensure, sir, whether the contact is added or not? How you can ensure? Ensuring the contact is added or not. Simple. Okay, so there is the method called assert. There is the method called what, guys? Okay, assertions. There is the method called assertions. Assert equals method. How you can ensure, sir? How you can ensure? Assert equals of size is 1, sir. If the map size is 1 means, then I can say if the map size, so whatever the contact you have added, sir, to the contact manager is nothing but an what, guys? It's an object of or what? It's an object of this class, right, guys? It's an object of this class, right or not? So you are just adding that to the contact. Okay, yeah. How you can ensure, sir? How you can ensure whether the contact is added or not? How you can ensure whether the contact is added or not? So our contact manager contains for what? Our contact, this is what my expected result. If the size of the contacts map is for what? 1 means, then I can say my contact manager is for what? 1. So contact has been created. So contact manager class contains for what? Get all contacts. Get all contacts is nothing but an what? All the contacts which is returning from the map object. Okay, all the contacts are returning from where? Map object, guys. Okay, yes. How you can ensure whether the contact is added or not? So if the map size is, this is nothing but an map, so map object size, sir. This is nothing but an map object size. Okay, if my map object size is 1 means, I can say my test case should be pass. Okay, you can write some more annotations. Okay, yeah, this is the one, sir. Okay, yeah. Sir, don't leave the session. Some of the important topics are there. Some of the important points are there. I would like to show you. Okay. So by default, our test case will not be executed. Okay. I would like to show you some sort of configurations. Don't leave the session. Okay. Yeah. Fine. This is the one thing, sir. Okay. And the next one is how you can ensure, sir, any other property to ensure whether the whether the contact has been added or not. Okay, assertions dot assert false guys. So contact manager, okay, contact manager dot get all contacts dot is empty. 1 minute, guys. Yeah, Fine, guys. So assertion dot equals method. So if the map size is for what? If the map size is for what, guys? Okay, yeah. So if the map size is for what, guys? If the map size is 1 means I can ensure that my entry, so my contact has been created successfully, sir. Okay. So if the contacts is not empty, so right now if the contact is added successfully means, if the contact has been added successfully to the map means, then what I can do, sir? Is empty method will return for what? True method. So if it is returning for what the false means, then I can ensure that my contact has been added successfully. Simple. Okay. Yeah. So see, sir, right click on that, run as JUnit test. Right click, run as for what? JUnit test. Simple. See, guys, see, observe carefully. So when you got like as in the green bar, that is nothing but our test has been executed successfully without having any issues. Okay. So if you expand this one, contact manager test is nothing but on the class. Okay. And how many test case you have written? One test case. So one test case for creating the contact successfully. Okay. So see, sir, right now you have provided the valid data. Mahesh, Kumar, and 10 digit of mobile number, and it is starting with a 0. Okay, all these things you have provided some valid data. So if you are providing the valid data means my method should work as expected, right or not? I'm ensuring that whether after adding the contact, sir, to the map object, whether that map size is 1 or not, whether the map is empty or not. Okay. If it is empty means, if it is an empty means it will return true. If it is not empty means it will return false. False equals of false, then it is false. Understand, guys? Everybody understand or not? If you want like that as well, you can go in this way. Assert equals of false you are expecting. So see, sir, you can go in this fashion as well. If the map size is 1 means I can ensure my contact has been added. If this is empty method is returning false means, then I can ensure that my contact has been created successfully. Understand, guys? Lot of things which you can do. Run as JUnit test. Hope you guys are clear. First test case we have written successfully or not? Come on, guys. First test case we have written successfully or not, guys? When you got like as in the green bar here, that indicates for what? That indicates for what? Our test has been success. Okay. Yes. Sir, it's up to you, sir. How you can ensure whether the data is added to the map or not? It's based on your convenience. You can write as much of assertions. So as I told you, assertions are basically used for comparing the results of X. This is for what? Expected, sir, and this is the outcome. Okay. So if this outcome is matched with my expectation means I can say my assertion as true. My expectation is for what? False. If this method is returning the false means, then my assertions will become for what? True. Simple. Clear? Okay. Fine. So now I would like to go for what? Negative case, sir. I would like to go for what? The negative case. Negative case means for what? If I'm going to pass null value to the first name or the last name, my contact should not be create. Right or not? My contact should not be create. Copy paste test case for not creating the contact. Test case for not creating the contact. So when the first name is null, when the first name is empty, we can say when the first name is empty. Okay. So observe carefully, sir. I'm just passing as in the what? Null. So, sir, when you are passing like as in the first name as in the null means what it is doing, sir? Can you guys help me? When the first name is in the empty means what it is throwing? What it is throwing, guys? When the first name you are sending as an empty means, so tell me, null means it is a blank. It is a blank. It is a blank, right guys? Right or not? Right or not guys? What I can do, sir? It is throwing for what? Runtime exception, right? So runtime exception, sir. So for that I need to prove that the test case. Okay, create a contact. Okay, yeah, validate first name is an empty. Validate first name is a empty, sir. First name is empty. Simple. Okay, yes. So observe carefully. Observe carefully. Assertions dot asset throws. What exception it has to throw, sir? What exception it has to throw? Runtime exception class. Understand guys? Runtime exception class, guys. So inside this method, sir. Okay, this is the lambda, sir. This is the lambda. So asset throw methods, it is going to take for what? Class type, whatever the expected exception type you are expecting. That is called runtime exception dot class. And this is for what? Executable. Executable means it is one of the functional interface which is used to define some logic, sir. Okay. Yes. So this is for what? Executable is a one kind of functional interface. Inside this one, what I can do, sir? Simple. I'm trying to add the contact. I'm trying to add the contact here. So, sir, whenever you are getting the whenever you are calling this kind of method, can you please help me? So our method is throwing for what exception, sir? Our method is throwing for what exception? Runtime exception. Agree? Our method is throwing for what? What exception, sir? Runtime exception, sir. Okay. So come on, guys. Contact manager dot add of null, sir, Kumar, and then followed with what? This one. So this is the negative test case. This is the negative test case. Whenever you are passing the first name as in the null value, sir, then it has to return for what? Runtime exception. I wanted to ensure that one. I wanted to ensure that one, guys. Simple. So that is called runtime exception. Okay. Just right click on that, run as JUnit test. See guys, how many test cases executed? 2 test cases are executed. So means whenever you are passing like as in the null means it is giving for what? Runtime exception or not? Come on guys. Whenever you are passing like as in the null value as in the first name means it is giving for what? Runtime exception or not? Come on guys. Yes. Okay. So there is a one more scenario you have. Simple copy and paste. Simple copy and paste. So what is that one, sir? Last name empty, sir. Last name is empty. Whenever the last name is also empty, it has to throw for what? It has to throw for what? Exception, right or not? It has to throw for what? Exception, right or not? Whenever the last name is an empty, in such a case as well, it has to throw the exception, sir. Same scenario. Test case for not creating the contact when the last name is an empty, sir. When the last name is an for what? Empty. Simple. Just a simple, sir. Contact manager object I have created, and this is assertion throws and runtime exception. If this call is giving the runtime exception or not. If it is giving means, so simple, my test case should pass. Okay, my test case should pass. That's all. Okay, yeah. Right click, run as JUnit test cases. So see, sir, how many test cases I have executed? 3 test cases. One is for what? Test case for not creating the contact when the last name is an empty. Test case for creating the contact successfully, and test case for not creating the contact when the first name is an empty, sir. Simple. Understood? Understood? Yes. So if it is giving other than the arithmetic exception, so let us say for example, arithmetic exception, sir. Arithmetic exception, we can say arithmetic exception. If your statement is giving for what? Runtime exception, and it is matched with arithmetic exception, sir, and it is matched with arithmetic exception. Can you guys please confirm? No. So if it is not matches means, then our test case will becomes for what? Failure. Simple. See, sir, out of these 3 test cases, one of the test method is got failed. Why? Because see, sir, it was producing for what? Null pointer exception. You are expecting for what? Arithmetic exception, basically. Understand? That is what it is mismatching. That's why you are getting for what? Test case has been failed with the red bar. Okay. Yeah. So runtime exception class case. Simple. It is runtime exception class. Okay. Yeah. Run as JUnit test case. Okay. Yeah. So 3 test cases has been executed successfully. These test cases has been executed successfully. Okay. Yeah. Out of these 3 test cases, sir, observe carefully. Every test method is creating the contact manager object or not? Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Every test method is creating the contact manager object or not? Every test method is creating the contact manager object or not? It is a repetitive task or not? I don't want to repeat this task for each test case. I don't want to repeat the task for each test case. So there is one more annotation called @ before each annotation, sir. Before each annotation method, so public void setup data. Something for what? Setup data, sir. Setup data. Simple. Okay. I'm going to create inside this part. I'm going to create for what? Contact manager as for what? Inside this method. Okay. Yeah. So private contact manager. So that is nothing but on what? Contact managers are simple. I can say. Okay. Yeah. So now this method is getting executed. Now this method is getting executed, guys. This method is getting executed. Okay. Now this method is get executed for every test case. Okay. Instead of creating the contact manager at each test method level. Okay. What I can do? I can define as for what? Before each method, sir. Simple. Understand, sir? Observe carefully. If you have the doubt, just add the debugs. Add the debugs. System.out.println inside the before each method, sir. Inside the before each method. Simple. Okay. Right click, run as JUnit test. See, sir, how many times it got executed? The before each method 3 times. Why? Because 3 unit test cases are there in your code. That's why the 3 times it is get executed, sir. If you get into this one, the 3 test cases are get success. Agree? Yes. So now I wanted to write like as in the negative cases for what? Contact number. Now I wanted to write the negative case for what? The contact number, sir. Okay. Yes. Negative cases for what? Contact number. Simple, sir. Take the duplicate. Contact number when the contact number is empty. When the validating the contact number is empty, sir. Okay. Simple, sir. Contact number is an empty. Okay. Yeah. Kumar. Okay. Contact number is an empty, sir. Simple. Okay. Yeah. Just check it out. So whether so if you see here, add contact, validate contact number. If it is blank means what exception it is throwing? Arithmetic exception, sir. Arithmetic exception. So if this statement is causing a runtime exception or not, if it is expected means, if it is giving the runtime exception means it is matched with my exception, so that my test case will becomes true. My test case will becomes true, sir. Understand, guys? If this line of code is giving for what? Runtime exception means, okay, runtime exception means, okay, Okay, if this line of the code, is giving for what runtime exception means, then I can say my test case is passed. Okay, that is the one test case. Another test case, sir. Another test case. Another test case for not creating the contact when the contact number is more than 10 digits, more than size of 10, more than size of 10, guys. Understand? So let us assume my contact number is for what? More than 10, sir. More than, come on guys, more than 10 digits. Tell me, sir, will it throw the error or not? Come on, guys. It will throw an error or not, guys? So if this contact number length more than 10, sir. Okay, contact number more than length, sir. More than size of 10. Go to the contact. So validate contact. So see, sir, validate contact. So right now the length is for what? 11 or 12. 12 not equal to 10. Condition true or not? 11 or 12. That is condition true or not, guys? True, sir. Condition true means 12 not equal to 10, which is true. So it will throw for what? Runtime exception. Understand, guys, everybody? Yes. So this is for what? One test method. Another test method is for what? Whether my contact number is starting with a 0 or not. Contact number is starting with 0 or not. Okay, whether my contact number is starting 0 or not. Zero or not, okay, simple. So my contact number is not at all starting with 0, sir. Now it has to give for what? Runtime exception or not? Come on, guys. Is that true? Yes. Yes. Right now in the add contact method itself, validate contact method. So see, sir, I have written for what? Validating contact. Right now my length is not equal to 10, 12 not equal to 10, condition true. It is also throwing for what? One test method, and this contact number is starting with what? 0. Now tell me, sir, in this case, if this line of statement, if the line of the statement is throwing for what? Runtime exception or not? It has to be the throw. Why? Because sir, my contact number is not at all starting with 0. My contact number is not at all starting with 0. Yeah, fine, guys. So not starting with the 0, then it has to throw an exception, sir. Right click, run on JUnit test cases. JUnit test. So see, sir, how many test cases are there in your test class? 6 test methods. Every test method, the before each method is executed or not? Every test method, it is executed the before each method or not? Go to the JUnit section. So how many test cases executed and how many is passed? How many is executed and how many it's passed? 6 has been executed and 6 has been passed. Right or not? These are the possible scenarios. So your contact may create, your contact may not create. If you provide the valid data means contact will be created. If you are not provided the valid data means contact will not be created. Understand, guys? Yes. Okay, go to the add contact method, sir. So validate contact method is done. And we need to write one more test case. We need to write like as in the one more test case, guys. For what purpose? Contact is already existed or not? Check if the contact is already existed or not, sir. Simple. Go to this part. Sir, just wait for next 5 to 10 minutes, sir. We'll wind up the session. Okay. Yeah. So see, sir, go to this part. So what it is doing, sir, if the contact is already present means, if the contact is already present in the map object means contact is already existed, I can say. Agree? Yes, business logics method, Sharuk, correct. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to write like as in the test case for this method, sir. Test case for this scenario. Sorry. Test case for this scenario, sir. Simple. Understand everybody? Okay. 1 minute. Mm. Okay. Fine case. Okay. Observe carefully, sir. Observe carefully, sir. Okay. I would like to write like as in the one more test case, sir. I would like to write for what? One more test case to ensure that whether the contact is already existed or not. So to ensure that contact is already existed or not, so it will throw for what? Runtime exception, sir. Okay. Yeah. Observe carefully, sir, everybody. At the rate test, at the rate display name. Okay. Test case for validating, test case for validating the, okay, test case for validating the contact. Contact is already existed or not. Already existed or not. Simple. Okay. Yeah. Observe carefully, sir, everybody. Please focus. Public void validate contact, contact existed or not. Contact existed or not, sir. Simple. Okay. First, what I can do, sir. First, I will add the contact, sir. First, I will add the contact. Contact manager dot add contact. Something for what? Suresh. Suresh is already added to the Suresh, and then followed with what? Kumar, and then followed with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's all. This is for what? Adding the contact. Adding the contact. Simple. Added the contact, sir. Okay. Now I would like to write one more assertions. Okay. Assertions dot assert throws off runtime exception dot class of. Okay. Yeah. So if I am trying to add the same object means, if I'm trying to add the same object means what it has to return? Runtime exception. Agree? Runtime exception. Right or not, guys? Right or not? Yes. So what is that an exceptions are simple? Get into this part. Contact is already existed. Simple. I believe that exception message also you can cover. Understand, sir? So see, observe carefully. I have added the contact called Suresh, sir. I have already added with what? The Suresh here. Understand? So, and this line of code is generating an exception called a runtime exception, and it is throwing a message called contract already existed or not. So that I can ensure that so my functionality has been executed. If I already added one contact to the contact manager, I'm trying to add the duplicate contact. Will it be allowed or will it not be allowed? Will it be allowed or will it not be allowed? Come on, guys. Will it be allowed or will it not be allowed? It will not be allowed. It should not be allowed. So if it is not be allowed means runtime exception will throw. And what is the message, sir? Contact is already existed or not. If I am getting the same exception and same message means my test case becomes true. Understand, guys? So whether this line of code is generating the same exception and same error message means it will return so true, sir. Simple as that. Okay. Yeah. Right click, run as JUnit test case. So see, sir, how many number of times? 8 number of times. Go to the JUnit. See, sir, 7 test cases executed or not executed? Come on, guys. Our test cases executed or not executed, sir? See, validating the contact is already existed or not? It is becomes true. So that whenever you are, so, sir, anyhow, the failed test case should be failed, sir. Sir, negative scenario. Negative scenario I have shown you, right? So whenever the first name is null, whenever the last name is null, whenever the length is not equal to 10, not equal to 10, all these are the negative scenarios, sir. In the negative scenarios, you are expecting the result as an for what? Success, as a test case. Understand? In the negative scenarios, you wanted to expect the test case methods as for what? Success results, sir. Understand, sir? Yes. Okay. Yeah. Hope you guys are comfortable up to now, everybody. If you want to compare with exception as well as exception message means, you can go for this technique, sir. Okay. Assertion, assert throws, assert equals. Okay. Assert not equals. All these are the methods of assertions. Assertions are basically used for what? Comparing the actual results with the original results. Simple. Okay. We have written the test case or not, guys? We have the 7 test cases or not? I have written for what? 7 test cases. Right now, how I am executed the test cases, sir? How I am executed the test cases? As a programmer, I need to right click on that and run as a JUnit test case method. I need to select it or not? Yes. Yes. Agree? Yes. So I need to like this, but I should not run like this, sir. My test cases should be executed automatically. My test cases should need to execute automatically, sir. My test cases should need to execute for what? Automatically. How you can execute the things automatically? Through Maven. Through Maven. Right, guys? Through Maven. Right or not? So there, right click on the project, go for the Maven. So go for the run as option. There is a goal called, there are the lot of goals. Clean is the one goal, install is the one goal, and test is the one goal, build is the another goal, sir. So okay, you can specify your goals in your Maven here itself in the build phase. Okay. Yes. Clean is used for removing the .class files from your project. Install is used for compiling the source code, generating the package and all these things. Test. Maven test. Maven test is used for executing the test cases of your project, sir. Observe carefully, sir. I'm executing the test cases. Through what? Maven test. Simple. Simple. Just see, sir. See. Observe carefully, guys, everybody. So observe carefully what you have done, guys. What you have done. My tests are automatically run or not? My tests are automatically run or not, guys? Can you guys please confirm? My test has been run successfully or not? Who executed this test, guys? Who executed this test? Who executes this test? Maven. Okay. How the Maven will execute this test? With the help of test goal. With the help of test goal. So 7 test cases are run, 0 failures, 0 errors, 0 skipped. Understand, guys? Yeah. Hope you guys are comfortable. How you can write the test cases for your methods? How you can write like as in the test case for your methods? Is that clear, guys? Everybody try to respond. Okay. Tomorrow I will continue this part, sir. Tomorrow I will be the continuing this part of this session. Okay. Yeah. If anybody having any questions, please go ahead with your questions, sir. If anybody having any questions, please go ahead with your question. 1 minute. Sir, one by one, one by one. Don't attack me at a time. Okay. Yeah.
Sir, how to use the mockitors?
Yeah, that I will talk in the tomorrow session, sir. Okay.
Sir, can you explain once again a Maven test?
Maven test is the Maven test. See, basically you build this project with the help of Maven. Maven having some certain predefined goals. One is for what? Clean goal. Clean is used to remove the target folder in your project. Okay. And then there is another goal called compile goal, which is used to compile the source code of your project. Okay. And there is another goal called install goal. Install goal will remove the target folder plus compilation plus packaging. Understand?
Yes.
Yes. And Maven test is used for executing the test cases of your project. Simple. Okay. Whatever the tests you have run in the test folder. Okay. So those tests should be executed automatically by Maven.
Okay.
Understand?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sir, one more doubt is there. Sir.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, for setters and getters, can I use annotation data in place of that?
No, as of now, I did not introduce any Lombok. So because by keeping all the points in your mind from the different students,
yeah. Sure,
we come up with that part. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Sir, I have a doubt that the method that is should create test. Here you have added in the assertion that asserts equal. Here you added one and then contact manager dot get all contacts dot size. Sir, can I add here? Means you have added only one data. For that you have added one. Yeah, anything else, sir?
Right now, for in this the test process, whatever the contact I was added to the map, right now I am assuming that I doesn't have any data in the map, sir. Okay, doesn't have any data in the map. I have after adding this data to the map, it should be one only, right? That is what my expectation. Okay, if already data is available in the map means you need to write some kind of count. You cannot go for this line in such a case. You can go for this part.
Okay. So, sir, if I will add any another data, then I would write here like 2. Right?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Sir, can we use primary key here, sir?
Yes, you can, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, asset that also we can use, sir. Asset that if you compare objects, asset that.
Yes.
Sir, if you create before all method, then one time is enough, na, sir?
Yeah, I will come to that point later, sir, in the tomorrow. Okay. So we do have a lot of things, sir. Okay, that's why, as I said, you like 3 days of this workshop, basically. Okay, so which will cover all these things. Okay.
Till Tuesday, sir. Till Tuesday.
Yes.
Yes, sir. In REST API, sir. So
please.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can.
In REST API, whatever the controller layers is there, so we are writing that like suppose JPA method we use and insert the data. So we will take that example also.
Yeah, definitely, sir. Layered component only. That is what our agenda of our unit testing, basically. Okay. Sir, one thing, sir, I would like to tell you, everybody, please keep this point in your mind. I cannot start the REST API unit testing from it now itself, sir. Okay. So before getting into the topic, we required some fundamentals that I was giving you in this base. Okay. Yeah.
And sir,
unit testing is done for the methods, and is it possible to write unit test for constructor also?
You can. So see, any kind unit means any part of your program you can test it. Okay. So either it might be on the constructor, either you can might be on the method. You can go with what final method, static methods, private methods, all these things which you can do the test.
Okay.
Okay.
And sir, in this workshop, sir, anyone is telling, suppose write to unit test or a mock test. So how much you will be giving, sir? Entire almost all the topics you will explain, or what things will be there?
Our workshop major focus is for what the people get to expose on writing the unit test cases with the help of JUnit for controller components, service components, and DAO components.
Okay.
Okay, that is what our primary agenda. Okay, on top of it, I'm just trying to habituate you some of the annotations, some of the assertions in JUnit 5.
Okay, then Mockito will not be covered here.
Oh, no, Mockito will be the part of our session only, no problem. So because
Okay.
how you can without taking the support of Mockito, we cannot write like as in the test cases for layered components.
Okay.
Service and EO, sir. Service.
Yes.
So mostly it will be cover all the missed things in
Yes.
testing.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yes.
are you going to provide this video? Because we have parallel classes of JRTP at the same time for tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, it will be available in the YouTube live, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Rahul Kumar, I will let you know how the notes will be shared with you. Okay. Yeah, how the notes will be shared will be in the tomorrow session.
And tomorrow timing, sir?
Same time, sir. Same bridge, same time. Same bridge, same time, sir. Tomorrow also. Okay. Yeah. I hope you got something from the JUnit for the today, sir. Everybody, please try to respond, sir.
Yes, sir. It is helpful.
Hi, sir.
Yes, please.
I have one doubt. Like in the last test method, right? Test case. Sir, in this assertion dot asset throws, there is a runtime exception and there is a message and sir, actually these messages we compare in the contact manager class method.
Correct.
Oh.
Whatever the check contact so if the contact is already presenting means I'm throwing the runtime exception with this message and I wanted to ensure that one as well. Okay. So anyhow, this line is giving some button runtime exception that might be an improper first name or last name or the contact number. But I want contract already is existed or not. This line of code is giving. Okay, that is what I wanted to ensure. Okay.
Sir,
yeah.
Okay.
Sir, that line also gives, second line gives like a runtime exception dot class, sir. Simply.
Which one, sir?
Second one, sir, in the 91 line, and if you are using like that functional interface, sir, that returns like a runtime exception.
Definitely.
Right,
yes. Correct. This is an executor, sir, which is a functional interface. This
which returns
which returns a runtime exception class object.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Sir, tomorrow also you will be learning lot of things, sir. Okay. I am starting from the scratch. I am just showing you the scratch itself, sir. Okay. Yeah.
Sir, in this code coverage also will cover, no?
Yes.
And
but
sir,
sonar is needed, sir. Sonar is needed for code coverage.
Sonar we are not at all, sir. If the time permits, I will try to include. Up to the code coverage, I can give you the assurance.
And
okay.
Any material you will share, sir, like any PDF or?
Yes, I will share, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So these are some of the annotations, sir. Out of these annotations, today we have covered with @test, @before each, @display name. So tomorrow we will be learning some of other annotations. Okay. Yeah. And we have learned with some of the assertions. Tomorrow we will be doing for code coverage. After completion of writing the unit test cases for the contact manager application, I will be starting with code coverage. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's all, guys. That's all for the today. And again, we'll meet you on the tomorrow, guys, at the same time with the same bridge. That's all for the today. Signing off.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.